Okay, here is my example for long multiplication. I'm going to be doing 94 multiplied by 64. I cannot do this all in one go. I've got to split my calculation up into two parts. First of all, I'm going to be multiplying by the units part of the number 64, so I'll be multiplying by my 4, and I will be working out what the 4 times the 94 is. Then, in the second part, I will be multiplying by the 6, which is actually the 60, and again I'll be multiplying that number by both parts of the 94. So, as I'm going to be treating this in two separate parts, I'm going to shade over the part of the number that I don't need right now. If you're doing this with pen and paper, you could use your finger, but I'm doing this on the screen, so I'm going to use this little shade here to hide the 6 from the number 64, so that I can focus on the number 4. This is the number that I'm multiplying to begin with. So I'm going to say 4 multiplied by 4 is 16. I'm going to record the 6 here and carry that 10 into the next column. Then I'm going to multiply my 4 by the 9, which is 36, and add the 1 that I have carried. That makes 37. So I can record that here, crossing through the number that I have used. I didn't have to worry about carrying the 3 because there was no other numbers to multiply by. I'd finished my first part of the multiplication. So 94 has been multiplied by the 4, and my answer is 376. Now I'm going to concentrate on the second part. So I've finished using the 4, so I'm going to hide the 4 now, and I'm going to reveal the 6. Of course, the 6 is actually 60. I'm multiplying by a tens number. So the first thing I need to do is make sure that I record a 0 in my units column, because I need to make sure that as I record my answer, I'm recording it in the right place, and I start recording my answer in the tens column. So 6 multiplied by the 4 is 24. I can record the 4 and I can carry the 2. 6 multiplied by 9 is 54, plus the 2 that I've carried makes 56, and I can record the 56 here, crossing through the number that I've carried, and just as before there were no other numbers to multiply by, so I could record the 5 straight into this thousands column without having to worry about carrying. So I have now finished multiplying by the 6, which is the 60. 60 multiplied by 94 does give me 5,640. So I can move the shade out of the way because I've multiplied by all parts of each number, and I can add up the two parts of the answers that I've got so far. So 6 plus 0 is 6. I can record that straight in that column. Then I look at my tens column. 7 plus 4 is 11. So I record the 1 and I carry 110. Then in my hundreds column I've got 3 and 6, which is 9, plus the 1 that I've carried, which makes 10. So I record the 0 and carry the 1. I've used that one, so I'm going to cross that through to make sure I don't use it again. And then I look at my next column, my thousands column. I've got nothing, plus 5, plus the 1 that I've carried, which makes 6. So I can enter the 6 in my answer and cross through that one because I have used it. So I have now finished the calculation. 94 multiplied by 64 gives me the answer of 6,016.